Good morning, guys. It's Miss Sellers. I am here today to read you a book from Epic. The title of our book is Exploring Seeds. I'm going to read it out loud to you today, and then you guys all can get on Epic at home and read it again, or you can watch this video again. And afterwards, you are going to do a paper that tells me all about what the main idea of this book is, and also you're going to tell me 3 key details about the book. So when you look at this front cover, can we tell if this book is fiction or nonfiction? Tell someone what you think. Remember, fiction means made up, make believe. Nonfiction means that it's full of information. Remember, the title is Exploring Seeds. No illustrations to give us any clues yet, but if I open up to the first page, fiction or nonfiction, you guys? It's nonfiction. I'm going to start reading on page 2. I see seeds. Seeds are parts of plants. This page 3 right here is one of my favorite pages because I love seeing this picture of a plant with all the labels, and we know that nonfiction books include labels very often. This shows us the parts of a plant: the flower bud, the stem, the leaves, the soil, the seedling, the roots, and right here is the seed. Each seed can become a new plant. On page 4, it shows us that this acorn is a seed that will grow into this big tree. Seeds need water and soil to grow. Seeds crack open in the ground. They send roots into the soil. So this is what happens when the seed is in the soil. It cracks open, and look on page 7. Stems from the seeds grow up into the sunlight. So this is the very beginning of a plant, and then this happens after that. Soon leaves and flowers grow. This reminds me of what I'm seeing outside in my yard during the spring right now. Foods we eat form around the flowers and the leaves. This looks like peaches. People plant seeds on farms and in gardens. Seeds are also blown by wind and moved by water. I really like this picture on page 11. It shows the seeds. If you look really closely, all these little pieces around the plants here, those are little seeds that are getting blown into other places by the wind. Seeds grow in pine cones. I also like this page a whole lot because my yard is full of pine trees and pine cones, and it makes me want to go look inside a pine cone to see if I see any seeds hiding in there. Plums have large seeds inside called pits. Can you see the seed inside the plum? People can eat seeds. Sunflower seeds are good snacks. You can eat the yellow seeds of a corn plant. I love this too because corn is one of my favorite foods. And when you are eating corn, you are actually eating seeds. Seeds are on your plate, in the ground, and all around you. Do you see seeds? This last little part of our book is just a little bit of extra information that tells us how seeds move. If you pull Epic up on your computer at home, you can read more about that. And these photographs here show some different ways that seeds can move. This one shows a little squirrel with a seed, probably carrying it to a different place. This page gives us some more interesting facts about seeds that you may also want to read if you pull it up on your computer at home. And the very last page is the glossary. And remember, this is a part of a nonfiction book that tells us what different words mean. Lots of times we'll see bold words in our book that might be in the glossary, but this book didn't have bold words, but it tells us what roots are, what seeds are, what soil is, and what a stem is. So that's another part of the book that you may look at if you pull it up on Epic at home. And that is the end of our story, of our text. So guys, what you're going to do for your assignment after you read this book again, or you watch the video again, it's up to you. You have a paper in your packet that your mom or dad can give you. It looks a little bit like this. It's all about main idea and key details. If you don't have the paper from your packet, I bet someone in your house can help you make this paper. On the top, I wrote main idea, and then I drew 3 boxes for you to write 1, 2, 3 details that we read from our story. And remember, the details have to come from the story that we read, from the book that we read. So let's think for a second. What was the main idea of the book that I just read to you? The title will very often help us understand what the main idea is. Think about it for just a second. And if you have someone at home with you, can you tell them what you think the main idea is? I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. You give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Do you think the main idea of this book was giraffes? That's a thumbs down, right? It wasn't about giraffes. Was the main idea of this book learning how to swim? No, that's silly. This book was not learning about to swim. This one might be a little trickier. Was the main idea of this book that seeds need water and soil to grow? Was that the main idea? Or would we say that maybe that's a detail from the book? That's not the main idea, was it? That would just be a detail. Remember, the main idea is what the book is all about. That's what we say in my class. The main idea is what the book is all about. So I would say that the main idea is about seeds. Every single page of our book told us a different fact about seeds. So repeat after me. The main idea is seeds. Now let's think about what our key details could be. Remember, we can always go back and look in our book to help us remember what some key details could be. So I really like on page 5, it tells me that seeds need water and soil to grow. I would say that's a really good key detail that I could write on my piece of paper. And then I'm going to flip some more. Oh, this was another one of my favorite pages on page 11. Another key detail is that seeds move by wind and by water. I think that's really interesting and really cool. And I can keep flipping, looking for more details. These are cool details, that pine cones and plums have seeds. And so do lots and lots of other things, but our book specifically tells us that pine cones and plums have seeds. Now, boys and girls, if I wanted to say a key detail is pumpkins have seeds, could I say that? I can't, can I? Because we know that pumpkins have seeds, but it wasn't in our book. So we can't include that as a detail. Remember, our details have to come from the book that we're reading. I'm going to see if I can find one more key detail. I really liked page 14 and 15 where it tells me that people can eat seeds. Remember, like sunflower seeds and corn. So that is a good way for you to do your assignment. The main topic is seeds. And then we were able to name 3 or 4 key details. You may use some of the same ones that I used, or you can come up with your own details. But remember, the details have to come from the text that we just read. That's a very important part of writing about details from a book. So boys and girls, remember, you can ask Mom or Dad to give you your paper from the packet about Main Idea, or you can make your own. And I thought another cool thing that you could do is go back to page 3, and on the back of your paper, you could draw a plant and add all the labels using this page to help you. So that's your assignment for this week. You can listen to the story today, and if you want to do your assignment on Main Idea and details tomorrow, you can. Thanks so much for listening, and remember, you can go back into Epic and read the book yourself. See you guys later. Bye.